management team in the last few months. And if there's stuff you don't understand or you want me to explain, just stop me and let me know. It's been really great to kind of feel the enthusiasm and energy in the room, and I hope I've read the room right. We're really keen to make you, the practice managers, a powerful and influential voice within OHP, because I think we really believe that by kind of having a consultative approach and hearing all your views and helping us to refine things, we can make our organisation the best it can be. And that has to be to all our collective benefits. We've heard the good news, we've heard the bad news and the issues, and we've got some next steps, and I really like some of the plans and suggestions you've come up with. I'd like to thank Leslie and the team for kind of bringing us together for today, and Elaine and the facilitation, and I hope you feel that it's meaningfully allowed you to help start to develop and shape practice manager development and OHP as a wider thing. Practice managers, you are the engines of our practice, or actually if we refine that a bit more, you're the conductors that keep the orchestras, our partnerships going, and making sense and meaning out of what would otherwise be noise. It's an unprecedented time for general practice. Thankfully, that's now universally acknowledged. We've heard that there's a crisis, and we feel it, the workload, the demand, the workforce issues. But luckily, there's also that universal recognition that we need to tackle these issues to make the NHS sustainable, and we have a national plan, the GP Forward View. Those of you that have read it notice that there's a lot of funding, but much of it is attached to new ways of working, and OHP, our health partnership, is at the forefront of that. In a world where we're recognising all the problems, lots of us are having a moan about it, there's very few that have solutions, that we do. Our 20 objectives match almost point by point the GP Forward View. And in the last 2 weeks, I've heard firsthand, and here's an acronym and abbreviation alert, from the RCGP, Royal College of GPs, BMA, and NHS England's leadership, that there's no other organisation that have come together as practices as we have done to help each other, and with the view of building sustainable and thriving general practice, and that has to be to our credit. It's also a demonstration that we're achieving the national influence and voice for OHP in just a few months since our inception. We're also doing the same locally, and here's another abbreviation alert, in the STP plans. So do people know what the STP plans are? The Sustainability and Transformation Plans. I can see a few nods, a few shakes of heads. So basically, NHS England have done another reorganisation, and the reorganisation is bringing together the 3 CCGs across Birmingham and Solihull to create a single plan. And we, as OHP, have led the formation of a GP Alliance, bringing together the 8 large GP providers and the LMCs to feed into the STP, so that we, general practice, are there shaping what the plan is for our patients, our health economy for the future. And I now know, I can confidently say that Birmingham Solihull and we as OHP are the only people that have a meaningful GP presence in the STPs, and so we are really well placed to shape the things, the plans for our patients and our practices in the way that we see fit for out of hospital care. General practice will be at the heart of the conversation, and that feels refreshing. But we can't do it without you. So we've realised that things have not been quite right along the journey, and I'd like to apologise for that. I hope you can feel that today and through this process that we're listening and learning, and we've adopted that approach all the way through the development of our organisation with our partners, your partners, my partners, and the wider development of the organisation. You bear the brunt of much of the unprecedented workload that's in the press. And as we build our organisation, we've created a spike in activity. But I'm pleased to say that this will diminish in the next few weeks as we've done the basics of joining together. We've created a new layer, the central team. We've had to do this to realise much of the efficiencies and to be cutting edge and to build a platform on which we can build the new models of care. And it's going to start new conversations that we're not used to and information flows, but I hope we're making that as easy as possible. We've also made assumptions. 1, that GPs communicate with their practice managers, and 2, that people read their emails and act on them. I think it's safe to say that GPs were a varied bunch, and we've heard that through your experience today as PMs. You guys too are a varied bunch. But I hope that you feel we've listened and learned, and we're hoping to communicate more directly with you, with consistency of information across the partners and practice managers. And it's now been refined into a once weekly newsletter on a Friday. So if there's one email you read, make that the one. Whilst nationally most GPs at the coalface are getting their head down and just about surviving, your partners, my partners, have been visionary and lifted their heads up, looked to the horizon and come together to form OHP for our patients, our practices, our staff, for each other. I want to say now that we've created this to strengthen and stabilise general practice, so there should be no threat to jobs, which is somewhere behind me here, the uncertainty. And I really want to reassure you about that. We want general practice as we know it, as we value it, and our patients do, to exist in 5 years' time, and I feel there's a real threat to that. After today, I hope you feel that OHP is closer to you. We are all OHP, and I really welcome the PM consultation group, but I want you to really get your teeth into that and help shape the organisation. I'd like to put another proposal to you, that we allocate a board member to each locality and region so that you're one board member away from one person away from the board. They are a known, named face, and they are somebody that you can relate to. So the board is not this distant entity and feels much closer to home. We're actually the envy of the nation. I've frequently asked to just seed conversations between GPs to start looking to explore things at scale all over the UK. I've been to places all over the country. Nowhere has got such a refined plan as we do, but we need you to make this happen. You are our engines, you are our conductors of our orchestras across partnerships. And with you, we will build a strong and sustainable and then thriving general practice. We're going to hear more about one scheme, which is an internal bank system with network locums. I hope you can stay with that. But with your help, our health partnership is going to make general practice in Birmingham in a really great place, and we can meet future challenges together. And I look forward to working with you all and meeting you all if I haven't met you already. Thank you. Thanks, Philip.